Hello everyone. This is part 12 of King of the Lightning Rifle. So first of all, I'm just gonna check the mic real quick. 1 second. Okay, and looks like everything is in order. So, let's talk a little bit about some updates. The rifle looks like this now. Okay. And what I've done off screen is this canister holder. So I'm gonna remove, hide some of this canister to show the this thing here. I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna call it canister holder because it holds the canister, right? This was done using Boolean, and what I did was I take all of these canisters, all right, I duplicate it, apply all the modifiers so that it, you know what? Let's do it one more time, just for the sake of documentation. So what I'm going to do is, wait, hold on. How many vertices is this? I can't even remember. I think it was 8 or 16 or something like that. Okay, let's try that. Let's try 16 then. So rotate this, scale this down to the height that I want. Scale it on this plane. Okay. All right. So you got this thing. Apply a scale. Then I'm going to take both of this, duplicate the canisters, place it over here. All right. Once you confirm that this is the placement that you want to work with, what I'm going to do next is to apply all the modifiers. So make sure this is selected, not the other one. And in fact, I don't even need the bevel. I don't need this subdivision. I just need the cylinders itself. So apply this, then I can remove these. I can unparent it from this thing. Oops, unparent. Alt P. Clear parent. Yes. Now I can remove this pivot. Okay, move it back here. Right. So next you can take this. You know what? I think it's a little bit too. I think I counted the vertices wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 12 vertices, isn't it? Okay, let's do that again. Let's take 12 this time. Scale it down. I'm not gonna be too precise, but I do need the vertices to line up so that the topology looks okay. Yeah, so it's something like this, alright? So you can scale it down further if you want. Maybe here. Okay. Okay, it can be something like this, right? So apply the scale. Next, put in the Boolean modifier. Make sure it's set to difference. Hi Barry. Good morning to you, or night, or evening. I don't know. Select this object, and you're done. You have this cuts done for you. Yeah. So now at this point, you can apply the Boolean. Okay. And then you can remove the canister, and you got this nice cut. And the same goes for the bottom part. So instead of taking the canisters, I'll be using the frame, portion of the frame. So what I can do is take like a portion of this. Oops, I mean to take X-ray mode. All right, take a portion of this, duplicate it, separate it by selection, and then select that piece, put it over here. And now you can do the same thing. Take Boolean modifier again, okay, and you can remove all this lattice, mirror, and all that stuff. We don't need it. Sorry, you need mirror, but not the lattice, not the subdivision. And you end up with a pretty clean cut, right? So same thing, Boolean modifier, take this, and now you have the cut done. It's kind of clean. Yeah, I think it's better than the way I did it before. I forgot to remove the subdivision modifier, and this thing is just super dense after I cut it. So make sure you remove certain things to, you know, make it clean after the cut. And then what's next is just to clean it up. So before we clean it up, we can add some bevels and subdivision. It's gonna suck. There you go. It's gonna look like shit, right? Because the topology sucks, right? That's expected. So instead of doing that, what we can do is clean up the topology a little bit. So how do we clean it up? It's kind of simple. I don't need this part. You know what? We are going, before we go ahead and do the whole cleanup thing, make sure you establish which side you want to work on. This is because I am going to split it into half, right? Where it's left or right, and then just mirror it so you do less work. So for example, I want, let's say, let's start cutting it first, right? So go into vertex mode, select the knife tool, cut it in half. Simple as that. Just cut it in half. Oh shit. Always remember, always to try to save some work by mirroring or using array. It's easier for you to troubleshoot as well if you have a smaller amount of vertex. Okay, so X-ray mode, remove all this extra pieces, put in the mirror modifier, and make sure you set it to the right axis. I think it's Y, so I'm not sure. I didn't apply the rotation. Okay, looks good. So the first thing you notice here is that we have a problem with these parts, right? To see whether you have a problem with bevels, you can kind of look at it like this. Like select mesh. You can do it two ways, right? You can either just try to apply it, then you'll see where your mesh has gone wrong, right? Look at that. These are not supposed to bevel, so I don't know why it's beveling that. These as well, you see here. So we're gonna fix that. So let's undo the bevel. Okay, rolls back. So what we can do here is try to limit the angle. I go for 32, I guess. Yeah, 32 seems nice. You can see that there's a difference now. Some of these edges do not have bevel anymore. If you reduce it back to 30, you can start to see the bevels that you don't want to start up back. There you go, 30. You see here, you don't want that. So sometimes decreasing the angle by maybe 1 or 2 will get you better results. So I'm gonna stick with 31. It looks like it's a good number, and if I apply it, it looks okay. Except for this part, right? This edges. So we're gonna deal with that in a moment. It looks okay. Yeah. Let's undo that. Okay. We want to take a look at this part. I don't know why it's messed up here. Oops. I think it's because the mirror modifier, I forgot to switch it in a different mode. And then I deleted the other part of the mesh. So I can probably just remove this. No big deal. Okay. That did work. Okay. So if we have meshes that is overlapping like this and you don't know which to select. Wait, am I live? Okay, I am live. If you have meshes like this and you don't know which to select because it's too close together, right? So what you can do is select, try to find an edge where it's not touching each other. So for example, this vertex is definitely not sticking to the bigger part that I want. So try to pull it out a little bit, right? Select this part of mesh that you want to peel off. Just point your cursor on that mesh, press L, and that didn't work. Never mind, I'll do it the hard way then. This is not the one. I can see here that, you know, these are not part of mesh. There you go. And what do you know? I'm peeling vertex away from my mesh. This is weird. Can't seem to select them individually, so that's why I'm doing it like this. I cannot. Oh, I see why now. Alright, I cannot select them individually because this is connected through these three meshes, these three vertices. Yeah, we figured it out why pressing L doesn't work. So to make that work, you can what you can do is just find the part that is joined together with the larger mesh, like this smaller mesh, this artifact, I don't know what you call it, okay, artifact that is attached to this larger mesh is attached through these two faces, or rather these three vertices. So we can just remove these two faces, and hopefully I selected the correct face. Yep, this is correct. So remove this face. One more. Oh. I think this is correct as well. So now if I press L while my cursor is hovering over the artifact, it will just select that. Now I can remove it. So I guess just now I removed the wrong face. I'll just put it back, no biggie. There you go, I fixed it. Okay, so we probably don't need these control loops, so I'm going to remove it. Dissolve these edges. Okay. These are causing issues because after battling you'll see that it looks weird like here, so I'm just gonna remove that as well. And it doesn't seem like removing these edges will change the shape of the mesh, so you can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't change the shape too much, like this before and here's after, right? And if it does, and if you want to maintain the shape, what you can do is you put in a cut here to here, right? And then you can remove this one. So essentially you're transferring that vertex here, and good thing is you maintain the shape, right? You maintain the shape, but you transfer that vertex here, so you have a quad here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do it like that. Remember, you cut it first, okay, and then you dissolve it. Because if you do it the other way around, here's what's gonna happen. If you do it the other way around, let's say I remove this first, okay, immediately you're gonna notice you're losing the detail here. If you can see on the right hand side, there is like a little lip before it goes down, right? And so that's why you need to like just cut it first because we want to maintain this vertex, and then you can remove this. So a lot of the operations in Blender or whatever you're modeling is sequence specific. If you do it the wrong way, then yeah, it's gonna look slightly different. I'm not gonna do it like too accurate because I've actually modeled this already, and it's here. There you go. So I'm just doing this again so that I can document it. I can watch it later on when I'm facing similar issues or challenges. So do it like this. In fact, let's do it for all of them before I start dissolving the mesh. Oops. I'm definitely considering getting the box cutter add-on thing that Blender Builders was advocating for. It does seems like you can save a lot of time using that, but I want to just try doing it like without add-ons first, just so that I learn like the basics of Blender and modeling topology, because it looks like Hardups and Boxcutter does a lot of stuff that you probably wouldn't even know if you're just using that plugin from the start, from the get-go, right? Okay, so we're done with that. Now you can see that there's even more artifacts now. The shading's all bad, and most of the time you could fix it with just Subdivide, but in this case I'm going to show you that it doesn't work, and it will make your mesh even worse. There you go. Right? This is because first of all, this face and this face is a very large handgun. So what I'm about to do next is to convert these into as much quads as I can, and then it will fix it. So you don't have to convert everything to quads, just parts of them. So how am I going to do it? I use the knife tool again. So this one can connect here, 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 and maybe, I don't know. Let's connect these first, then we'll worry about cleaning up later. This one connects here, here, here. I know this is not quad, but I'll remove this this edge later. So like this. Hello everyone in the chat. If you're here, good morning and happy weekends. Okay, so now I can remove these. So now you have quads here, right? You have a big angle here, but it's okay, it's flat. And you have this, another angle here. I could just join this together, right? So we have a smaller angle here. This one I could possibly just inset it, always set it to boundary. So you have angons, you have quads here, and a smaller angle here. And already the shading looks a bit better, but let's try and, you know, subdivide it and see what happens. Yeah, it looks nice now, right? It looks nice on this face, not this face, because we haven't done it yet. So again, to fix this, just, you know, convert as much of this into quads. There you go. It looks nice. Right. So now, even if you try to like make the level smaller or larger, it looks okay. Doesn't break the mesh too much, right? Of course, I have clamp on, clamp overlap on, so that it doesn't have an overlap. And I always like to choose arc. I don't know if it makes any difference here, but sometimes in corners it does make some slight differences. So if you look at the geometry, when you select maybe sharp, okay, it doesn't show the difference here. Never mind. Let's leave it at arc then. Yeah, we've done it again. And if you put on the mirror modifier, it looks, well, it looks somewhat like this one, except I think I missed out one of the cuts here. So to do that, you just increase the array count to 6, and it will have the cylinder that I missed out just now. But I'm leaving that space for something else. It's still a cylinder. It's just not the same model. For this test piece, I don't have that cut, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Although this is like final, so you can't really add in more cuts if you want to. So that's a shame, but it's one way to do it. If you know another way to do it, let me know in the comments. You know. So maybe now we want to do like these circular through holes, right? So circular through holes, how are we gonna do that? First I'm going to just apply this mirror modifier, and then we are going to just inset this a little bit more so that we have more geometry to work with. Okay, so let's plan this a little bit. We want at least a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8-sided circle, right? 8-sided, yeah. 6 or 8 is fine. 4 looks a bit weird, so when you're making circle, you go with maybe 5 and above, right? If you do 4, it's gonna look like a square regardless if you put in subdivision modifier or not. So go with 6 or 8. In this case, I could probably work with 4, like 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 sides. If I were to convert this into a circle, it will look like an octagon, right? And plus the subdivision modifier, it will look even more like a circle. But I don't have enough space here, so I need like a little cut so that, you know, there's gap between those circles. Otherwise, I'll use this and this. You can make 2 circles out of this mesh. Yeah. So we need more geometry. So what I'm going to do is just add a little cut here. I wonder why it won't let me like finish it. Oh, it's because. Oh, okay. My bad. I should be able to add that edge loop, but it didn't work because I have an end on here. Okay, we can fix that, no problem, no biggie. Let's fix that real quick. So to fix that, just cut it like this. Done. Press K, cut it. I forgot to turn on my screencast keys every single time. Okay, here we go. Press K. Good. Press K. Got it. Same here. Press K. Got it. Still looks nice. And I think I made some mess here. You know what? Let's remove this one. There is an artifact here. Let's fix that. There, it went away, right? There you go. Went away. And because I don't want to do additional work, always cut this, put in the mirror modifier, apply it, or select all this faces, go to mesh, select symmetrize, and check which direction you want to symmetrize. I'll probably want to do y plus 2 negative y. Nope, it's the other way around. Y negative. Yep. There you go. Now symmetrize. Since all of these are quads now, so I think you can add the loop cut now. Yep, that works. I think I'm missing something here. Okay. I'm not. Let's make sure everything is precise. This ring. These rings are getting me a headache. Now both have a clean circle thingy. Okay. Now we can inset it again. But this time, I want to align all of these vertices into its position. Because if we're gonna make a through hole, we have to make sure that the circles or the shape on both sides are the same. And since because we have our cylinders tipped to the front, which means that this circle on the front here and the back is not the same size, and when that happens, the front and the back geometry is not the same. But we want to make through holes here, and they are like, you know, symmetry front and back. So to do that, we have to make sure that circles here and here are the same size. That's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm gonna take each vertex here. Thank God it's not a lot. So I could just press G to grab Shift X and wait, I forgot to turn on Align to Vertex. Okay, again, G, Shift X, and just put it there. And you don't have to do, again, you don't have to do everything. Just do half of it. Like so. And then what you want to do is pick all the faces. Symmetrize it again. Done. Right. So now you can take a look from the right view. The circle. Oops, I have too many things on the background. These circle, right? Okay. The circle here and front and back are the same size. So if I inset, they always maintain the shape of it. So where was I? I wanted to make circles, right? So I said I want a four-sided circle. So to do that, I thought, oh, hey, maybe we can take these four and make it a circle, but we need one here, and another one here. So we can't take the whole square here. We need to cut it up into small chunks so that we have a gap in between. Otherwise, all the circles will be joined together. It's not ideal. So cut it up like this. Now you have these segments, right? And then you have a gap here. Let's cut these as well. Right. We can leave that for now. So we can take these. So sorry, not this one. This one, and this one. So we have a gap in between, and these circles will look better. I probably want to put a little cut here as well. Okay. Hey Matt, what's up? Okay, so go back to front view. And the way we approach this, it's quite simple, really. What we want to do... Oops, I think I made an oopsie. Should be this one. And this one. Yeah, he came by, like, for a bit. He really just came to say hi and leave. I guess it's really late for him right now, so it's fine. No worries. Okay, so right click, Loop Tools, select Circle. It will automatically convert it to circle. I think I didn't select that completely, so I forgot to select the back here. Okay, make it a circle. All right, if you need to adjust the spacing or the rotation, this is where you do it. For example, this one is a little bit rotated. I don't really like it, so you can rotate it slightly. Okay, so once you're done with all of that, right click, select bridge. It will bridge the two sides together. There you go. You have a circle. Have you seen Barry's new video about the whole Godot scam thing? Yeah, you made me laugh. Good job, you. Good job. My first laugh in the morning. It's actually 9 a.m. in the morning. I woke up and chose Blender today. I haven't even had breakfast, but it's okay. I'm gonna stream for like maybe another half an hour and go have breakfast, my family and all. Where was I? So I noticed something. I noticed that my bevel is beveling everything inside the circle, so that's not ideal. How do we fix that? Again, use the angle. Can probably increase it up to 60. 53 looks great, right? So we'll leave it at 53. There you go. We've made circles in a circle. What's your opinion about the whole scam thing? You think it's not a scam? It's like, because you wrote is a no scam, and it's like a double negative. I never understand. What does that mean? A no scam. Okay, so we have these circles. Let's take a look at the original. Oh really, you guys? You guys broke up or something? Okay, so we have this circle in between these two circles. Through holes. Call it through holes. These through holes are a little bit different. It has a chamfer. This is what we call a chamfer. It's like a bevel, but with one edge. So we're gonna reproduce that as well. It looks like we can't take this to make a circle, so we have to subdivide it again. Alright, now we have these four faces that we to work with. Say this one, I'm just gonna do one, and then I'm going to continue on the original one. Godot is not a scam, it's a good game engine. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't associate whatever Juan did with his foundation and his company, his private company, with Godot. Godot is great. I agree on that. I think we are all on the same page. Godot is a community-driven game engine, and it works great, and it's great for beginners. It's easy to learn, easy to add more add-ons to it, right? But my opinion is that it's just that I don't associate Godot with Juan. It's a community thing. So regardless, Godot is still a great engine, and even if this is a scam, I'm not saying that it is, because I don't have the full evidence. I haven't heard for both from the sides. I'm not like a company. I've never started a company, so I don't know exactly how do they run one, or how the expenditures will look like. So whatever they do with the money, I have no comment on that. But the game engine was good. And even if Juan went away, or Rami went away, or the whole foundation went away, I believe Godot will still thrive on its own, right? Because we still have the community. Where was I? Oh, make a circle out of it. Yep, make a circle out of it. Maybe make it smaller. Members to scale always on the XY plane. Okay, so it's something like that. So to make that chamfer, we can have two ways. One, you could just first bridge it, right? And then you select these, select these edges. Control B, and you have your chamfer. And it looks like the subdivision is doing its job. It's also smoothing out the chamfer. We don't want that. Before that, let's fix this thing. Oops. Okay, shading is fixed. So how do we, we want subdivision, but we don't want it to affect this chamfer that we just made. So how do we do that? We select these edges and we right click, select edge crease, increase it to the max. Now we have this nice little cutout. Yeah, let him sleep. He has been up whole day yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. He was with a bunch of people in the chat group and just researching, talking about it. Okay, so this is the first way of doing it. This only works if your geometry is evenly spaced out, and if you have, like, let's say maybe one portion of this is slightly bigger or something like that, you wouldn't have a great result. So another way to do it is by using insets. So instead of beveling, oh shit, I'm out of undos. I'm out of undos. Great. How do I undo this? Let's remove the face. Yeah, that works. Take this. Oops. Why are they doing that? Well, I don't want to align it, that's why. Okay. Let's join these back together. Modeling is hard. Depends. I guess some people find it easy. I don't find it easy. Sometimes you have issues that it's like sometimes it seems simple and then suddenly you notice a little detail that you didn't have in your model and try to add it and it broke completely the whole model. Yeah, that's the kind of problems I always face. But if you're not like, if you're not like a full-time 3D artist or something, you probably could get away without doing modeling. Just get stuff online and maybe do a little tweak here and there. Okay, so the second method to do this is to inset it on both sides, right? And then from here you can just bridge it, and then you can scale it on the y-axis. Oops, I think I did it wrongly. Scale, y-axis, nope. Z-axis, nope. Z-axis, yes. So you can see here, I'm pushing it in, making a chamfer. And we have the same problem, so just select the edge here, and edge crease, increase it to the max, and you have the same result. Well, I didn't do the crease on the other side, so it's only just one side. So yeah, this is how I made this part over here. Okay, time to delete this one. T1, the next part of the model. So the next part is what's the next part? Next part is these fins. Okay, yeah, let's do this fins. These fins are, well, they look easy. Famous last word. They always look easy until I start modeling it. Oh god. Okay, let's try to estimate the size of this fence before we start. So, it's slightly bigger than the holes, right? Just trying to get a feel of it. Yeah, I think we can safely assume that the fins will reach somewhere here. I'm gonna move this back. This make room for fins. How are we gonna make fins? Hi, Seth. Good evening. How are you? You haven't been streaming lately, have you? I bet there's like a lot of stuff going on in your life. Why I get this AI Breaking Bad making bread video recommended to me, like why? Oh, it's the algorithm, you know. Everything is because of the algorithm, you know. Okay. I understand, no worries. But I like your little, little series where you read short stories, or was that like notes you got from Resident Evil? Do you write all those? Thanks, Seth. Yeah, I definitely put too much time on it. But it's coming along great, I guess. Let me show you. Yeah. So you got nozzle, these are done. I don't know what exactly this is. It's like probably a camera thingy on the front here. I am missing these pieces. I just noticed that. Never mind, I'll add it back. And then the frames are done. This little padding thing at the bottom. I got the tube done. With a tube or canister. I think it's a little bit too long. I'll fix it later, no worries. This piece is done. So I'm missing maybe this camera, this handle thing, and this whole part in the back. Maybe another 2 weeks or so I'll be done modeling, and then I'll start texturing and UV unwrap and low poly bake or whatever. Notes are from games, Resident Evil 9, drawing making. I have a few. Yeah, it's great. I mean, your voiceover are good, man. You should consider doing something with that voice. With that sexy voice. Where was I? Yeah, the fins, right? So, fins. How am I gonna do this? We could make a cylinder and extrude it from the side. Yeah, let's try that. Why not? So let's make a cylinder. We'll make it maybe 32 radiuses. Scale it down. apply scale, apply rotation. And what I'm going to do is just take these faces, go to mesh, select, select checker deselect. Looks great. And then do extrude along normals. Then you go. You have your fins. Now the question is whether it works with bevel and subdiv. 2 seconds. Look. And subdivision surface. It looks okay. It's not that bad. Let's set this one. And this one. Okay, it looks bad. Why does the fin look like that? Maybe like 2? There you go. You sent something to my... I don't have a Discord. Did you send me something on Discord? Oh, okay. Breaking Bread video. Yeah, I'll watch it later. You would like to keep this series going. Just need to improve my video editing pipeline. I'm so slow at it. Yeah, sure. I'm 100% agree on that. Like some of these things you can probably just make a template out of it, and when you're done recording and you just slap them in there, right? I assume that's because that's how I make my thumbnails these days. Didn't do. Okay, where was I? Guess this is kind of done. Is there any detail I left out? Oh no. Okay, I did left some details. So if I look at it, these fins, they are not completely straight. It's it goes straight. I don't know if I can draw something. Can I? Just no. Can I annotate on this thing? Markup. Well, I need to zoom then markup. And it would let me do that. So it looks like from this picture, the fins goes from like this. This is side view. Goes down, and then down like that. So it's not as straightforward as I thought. But these can be easily fixed by just lookups and then maybe it's gonna be horrible to fix. Front view maybe. It's getting hard to see whatever I want to do. Yeah, custom script that. What do you edit on? Do you use like DaVinci Resolve or some free ones? Does fighting this work? Okay, I really just need to change the outer fins, so I don't need to see like the rest of it. Close up this one. X-ray mode. I'm gonna select all of this and just hide it. Now we can work with the this part. Okay, here we go. Okay, scale this on XY plane. 10 maybe. Yeah, that should do it. Now if I unhide it, ooh, this looks like Iron Man's arc reactor for some reason. And larger. Ooh, I like this. This is some such sexy shape. Okay, let's put the frame back in and see what does it look like. Feels like I added a lot of detail without actually adding a lot of detail for some reason. Okay, scale this up a bit because there's some artifacts. That's not working. You use Shortcut and DaVinci Resolve depending on how you think of what doing. Shortcut is for simpler stuff, DaVinci is for full-length videos. Shortcut. Never heard of that. Shortcut. Oh, does it come with like presets? It seems like you can. I mean, DaVinci comes with presets as well. Does it make it easier? AI Smart Cutter. AI this, AI that. Everybody just jumping on that bandwagon now. Oh, that's cool. Silence detection. This is cool too. Man, they have like a lot of features here. Yeah, I might consider like trying this out. Oh, so it's from Filmora. Isn't this like the company that made that photo editing or video editing app for Android and iOS? Wondershare as well. Wait, this is Philomora. This is not Shortcut. Was it? This is Shortcut. But what is this? Uh, yeah, thank you for dropping by, Seth. I'm ending soon as well. Another 15 minutes, maybe? Have a good night, man. You saw Barry still chatting in Discord? Ooh. Guess he's not sleeping then. I don't understand. Chips. Never mind. Let's get back to our modeling. Here, this one. We need something to fix these artifacts, so I don't know how to fix that yet. Maybe like this? No. That looks like it did the job. Turn off the cavity for a minute. Yeah, that cleaned it up. Oh man. For all of them? Okay, crap. Guess I need to do it. I can't symmetrize this because if you look the way these fins works, they're not exactly a mirror of each other. So let's do this one by one then. Oh man, the hell. Fuck. Okay, I guess I gotta do this one by one. Like this. Okay. And then let's select these. Oops. Okay. GG. Oh. Oh. Song stopped. This looks okay. I probably don't need geometry soon. Let's just leave it in. This looks okay. It's not too bad. I wonder why it does that thing. Maybe it's because I use ARC. 2.1. Yeah, I think the arc thing is giving some artifacts here, so let's use sharp instead. 2.5. No. What did I ever do to you, man? Okay, fine. I'll stick with arc. You can't really see this because if I were to put it inside a frame, you will only see the side. So, I don't give a shit about it. I mean, I do give a shit about it, it's just you can't see it. So, why spend the time to model something you can't see, right? Okay, this looks great. This looks super awesome. Okay, that's it for today. I'll probably stream again later or something when I'm done with breakfast and things I need to do in real life. So, thank you everyone for watching, really. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.